Hey everyone, it's Brian, and I have a lot to talk about today. It's been a really long time since I posted a video here. There's been a lot that's happened in my life and a lot of ups and downs. But today is a good day, and I'm going to talk all about it in just a little bit. If you're interested, stick around. It might be enlightening, I don't know. This is a video mostly for myself to kind of get back into what I was doing before when I was at Tucson Medical Weight Loss and also Medi-Weightloss. So what's happening today? I get to start my Medi-Weightloss program again. I'll go over all about that and what's been happening with me in just a moment. But for now, let's do the weigh-in. All right, here we go. Today is June 5th, 2025, and it's weigh-in at Medi-Weightloss. So here we go. There's the scale and my feet. And where's the, oh. I haven't seen the readout yet. I couldn't see it from my vantage point. So what was the number on that?
361.
361, which is about where I was expecting. My first day back to Medi-Weightloss in, I think, about 6 months. So I expected to be up there, but we're gonna keep up with this program. We're getting back down to a healthy weight. So whatever I was talking about before, let's get back to it. Bye. Okay, here we go. Let me talk a little bit about what is going on. Now, the visit that I just went on, nothing really spectacular about it, so that's why I didn't really include anything outside of my weigh-in. But I have had to stop the program a number of times. I have to stop it, then I get the chance to start it up again, and then something happens in my life where I have to stop it, and then I am able to, after a few months, I'm able to restart it. And it's this stop and go action with this program has been ongoing for a couple of years now. I really believe in the program at Medi-Weightloss. It's the program itself is not the problem. The problem is on my end. It's partially mental, it's partially physical, and in some cases it might even be spiritual, which if you remember, if you know anything about my history, and if you've ever watched any of my previous videos when I was on the Tucson Medical Weight Loss Program, gosh, it's been about 10 years now since then. Or, even when I came here to Florida and started with Medi-Weightloss, I've always said that health is a combination of different elements of our lives: physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. So if you're not able to keep each of those in balance, then it's going to affect your overall health, the health of your body and your mind. Well, the health of your body and your mind and your spirit. Things are going to go south. The problems that I've been having over the past would amount to about 4 years now, ever since I left Lockheed Martin in 2021. And that was not a voluntary leaving at all, but there was a lot of job-related stress and family mental health issues that were going on at that time that really combined and contributed to my downfall, if you will, or my degraded performance, I should say, at Lockheed Martin. Ever since then, it's been very difficult for me for some reason or other, and I don't think that this is unique to me. I think over the course of the last 4 years, there's been a really big change in our society to a degree of the way people are hired on at jobs. I've been watching on reading several articles on specifically LinkedIn, but also through other job boards such as Indeed, how this hiring environment that we're experiencing right now is way different than it used to be. It's different than anything we've experienced in quite some time, and certainly in my lifetime. You know, there was a time when you were looking for work, you would look through the want ads in the newspapers. Maybe you would go to job boards like Monster or Dice, and you would find jobs that were in your area that you felt qualified for, and you would submit a resume or submit an application, and then you would get contacted. But the difference back then was most of the time the job pool was local candidates. There was no working remote. I'm going off on a tangent here, but there was no working remote. There was no, it was very few and far between that you would get people applying for a job within your area that they lived on the other side of the country. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it was not as often. Now, in the last few years, we've seen a huge shift over to online applications. No more can you go into a place where they don't tell you, fill out the application here. They tell you to go on their website. And now you're opening up the job pool to the whole country, if not the whole world. So it's a very, very different job environment, a very different hiring environment than it used to be. But that's not really the point of this video. The point is, what's happened to me is I've been having a hard time finding stable employment that would last longer than 6 months at a time. And I had long bouts of unemployment between those. So I would finally get a job. I would feel like I was getting stable, having stable employment and a stable income. So I would start going to Medi-Weightloss again. And then a few months would go by. I would start seeing success on their program. And then bam, the rug would be pulled out from underneath me. I would be let go for whatever reason. Either a contract ends or a contract is canceled. Most of the work that I was doing was contract work. And I would find myself unemployed again. I feel like things are a little different now. After a long 4 years of battling on and off, on again, off again employment, I feel like I finally landed at a really good place. The company that I'm working with, that I'm doing work for, is a major entertainment conglomerate. One of my dream jobs, if you must know. It's fantastic work. I'm excited about the work. It's been a little bit rough getting going on it, but I feel like I'm finally starting to really get the hang of things. And I think I've got a future here. So I'm starting to go back to Medi-Weightloss, and I really hope that this time around things will be different and I'll be able to see my thinner self again. Over the course of those last 4 years, I've gained a significant amount of weight back, as you can see in my face. And I'm pretty sure you could probably tell, even though right now you just see my shoulders. But yeah, it's been a tough 4 years since leaving Lockheed Martin, but I feel like things are finally back on track. I can only, right now, my insurance is not great, and it's insurance that I had to get on my own. It's not insurance that I'm getting through my employer. There's a whole story to that. I won't get into it right now. Once I am able to get hired on permanently with this new employer, and I don't really want to talk too much about who they are right now. I don't think that's important. But once I get hired on permanently with them, then I'll get better insurance and I'll be able to come here more often. But for now, I'm going to have to only do it every 2 weeks instead of every week. So that's just how it goes. But I still get the opportunity to come in, do a weigh-in, and I get to talk with a dietitian and a counselor, or a diet counselor, who can help me through any tough spots that I'm having, can answer questions. So I'll still get that. The numbers today, not surprising. They're not great, but they weren't surprising. They are better, actually, than I was thinking that they would be. But, overall, I'm pretty happy with the results of today's weigh-in. I really hope I'm not doing this video series and putting it out on the internet because I feel like I'm some super important person. I'm not. I'm just a dude on the internet. But if this video series helps somebody feel inspired to get on track to lose weight for themselves, and I don't like to use the term lose weight or weight loss, because loss can have a negative connotation. It means you've lost something that you want to find again. I really don't want to find the weight again, so I'm calling it something different. I'll use terms like shedding weight, releasing weight, and things like that. Something that's a little bit more positive and something that doesn't denote something that I want to get back, that I want to find again. I've always had this viewpoint, so you won't see me or hear me call it weight loss very often. I try to use other terms. But getting back to what I was saying, this video series is not so that I can get any kind of fame or fortune. I'm not able to monetize these videos right now. I just don't have the following. But really, all it is a way for me to document my progress. I put it out on the internet in case there are other people who are looking for inspiration, because we have an obesity epidemic in the United States. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who are looking for inspiration and looking for answers, and I hope that I can provide that to them. If you happened upon this video and you feel inspired to do so, if I've earned your subscription, I highly request that you subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit that like button, and then share this video out if you know other people who might find inspiration. My name is Brian. I'm going to Medi-Weightloss. Today is June 5th, 2025. And thanks.